Hi there, Abhishek. I'm Trevor, founder and CEO of CrowdTamers. You dropped a message to me indicating you'd like an audit of your website, multipie.co. So I thought I would take a few minutes today, do a review of it, give you my impressions as somebody with 20 years of experience in startup marketing, and offer you both kind of a qualitative overview of what I might recommend you do in terms of messaging and positioning, and look a little bit at the quantitative side and look at some of the numbers and see what they're saying about your website as well. With that said, let's hop right in. So, Multipie, tap into great insights for better investing, social trade advisory, join the waitlist. And I've already got a problem here because your value prop is tap into these insights, and then you instantly tell me, but you don't get them now. If I'm excited about the idea of tapping into these insights, I should sign up right now, even if the email I get after it is great, you're on the list, we'll let you in. There's a disconnect right there because what you're promising me and then what you're asking me to do don't actually fit together. So I would worry about that and figure out a way to coordinate these two messages together. That's one first piece of feedback here. The other is tapping into great insights for better investing. Obviously, investing, you can't promise results. That gets you in jail. But you can look at whether it is logic, whether it is social proof, whether it is emotion, find a way to tie us into one of the common rhetorical ploys to get somebody to take action. Right now, tap into great insights for better investing based off who? Who says this is good? How many people do you have on your platform? Who are the people providing me the insights? All of this information is missing right now. Maybe you don't have any of this information, so you can go to emotion then and be like, talk to whether it is the excitement of knowing the best opportunities before they become known to everybody else. Whether it is, you can go something as simple as, imagine if you'd known to invest in Bitcoin in 2012. Join Multipie, the best investment community for what's coming. Oh man. Now you've got that excitement, right? If I could have bought Bitcoin back then, I'd be filthy rich now. Dog, I want that. You're not promising these results, but you're giving that emotional feel, right? Something like this gives you a way better chance of activation. So cool. All right. Thinking about some of the copy here, the positioning, and thinking about who you're talking to. Are we speaking generally to what the U.S. would call an accredited investor, somebody who's got a good number of assets that they are in control of and looking to investigate a couple grand a quarter or a month? Or are you looking at a mom and pop investor who maybe has 2 or 3K a year to invest? And if that's the case, how does your messaging want to change? For your mom and pop investor, they probably want safety, stability, knowing that they put the money here and they'll get it back when they retire in 30 years. Your average institutional investor can afford to lose some money if they're investing in good opportunities, and generally speaking, they're moving with or just before the large part of the crowd. So they're taking advantage of big upswings and big downswings as they're occurring. So think about this and how this is better than like slash Wall Street bets, right? Or slash Super Stunk or whatever. Like those are investing communities. So what do you have that is better than what they have there? Find a way to talk about that. Okay. A blog post here I can listen to. Cool. I get it. Actual content you've made. Cool. You've got errors showing up in your escape for your ASCII characters here, which I'd worry about. But generally speaking, I get the idea. We've got some fresh content here. Cool. Sign up to try us. Awesome. I have a blog here. In the blog, I've got your weekly market snapshot. I do wonder, right? The market moves pretty fast. Is a weekly market snapshot useful? I think that might be too old and too slow. I think maybe either you do a daily market snapshot or you talk about market trends. You talk about what happened and what it means for the week to come, right? That kind of thing, maybe a weekly cycle works. I think a weekly market snapshot, unless you can persuade me otherwise somehow, I don't feel it's great. But okay, cool. This is looks like a pretty standard WordPress template. So, got it? Awesome. You're producing content. Do I see dates here? I don't see dates here. I'm going to assume if this is every week, you're publishing on, let's say, There's 1, 2, 3 a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday type sequence. All right, cool. A lot of good contents. Got it. If I want to be persuaded that you're a good company that has insights on this, looking at your team could work. Certainly your founders have a lot of relevant advice. The rest of the team, that's interesting, right? Okay. This is the qualitative side, right? I think your messaging doesn't quite yet know who you're speaking to. I think you don't have enough yet excitement to make me want to sign up. And I think you're asking me to join a wait list on something that suggests I'm going to be able to take advice on investing, which conflicts with itself. That's the kind of my opinion side of things, right? I also like to always go and grab your H1s, the headers basically from your website, just to see what it is you're talking about, right? This is a quick and kind of hacky way to see on your website what are the most important things you talk about. And in that case, I've got here, Multipie is number one most common word on your site. I guess that's fine. Weekly curated reads. Investors comes in 5th. Cap IPO, those are good ones to have, right? Join waitlist today. Okay. So of our top 10 here, right? Investors, cap, IPO, 3 of them seem like they're good, relevant, non-branded terms for you to be trying to write on. I think you can probably do better than that. I would try to make your content in your site less repetitive in terms of what your H1s and H2s are, and a little more interesting, right? Multiple weekly curated reads. Gotcha. Okay. That's what your site talks about most now from a search engine perspective, and that's not what you want to be saying. So that content there is a bit wide of the mark. And if I go check you out on Facebook, I don't see you there at all, which I guess kind of makes sense. I check you out on LinkedIn, where you might be able to find a whole lot of potential marketers. You're running no ads, right? The combination of this means no ads on Facebook, no ads on LinkedIn. You probably aren't running many ads at all. Maybe it's a factor of your capitalization. Maybe it's a factor of where you are with product market fit. I don't know, but you're not experimenting. You're not trying new ideas. You're not saying, hey, what if this is the right language to use to bring people into my sign-up funnel? I think you're missing a bet here, because you could very easily be running some ads to discover more about who you're selling to and what they want to hear from you. So overall, right, I'd give you a C. I think you've got a product that isn't, like, I'm not super clearly defined on what you're doing. I like the presentation. Your design is very good. You've got a team behind it that looks pretty strong, but I don't see the product at all. I don't see how it's going to work. It's hard for me to believe it's worth signing up for your wait list. So I would expect your performance here is fairly weak. Anyway, Abhishek, thanks for the opportunity to check you guys out. Appreciate it. Have a good day.